is Kirsty McKay and I'm the author of Undead. Undead is a story about a group of kids who go on a school trip up to Scotland. It's about a terrifying snowstorm. It's about friendships, relationships, trying to fit in and knowing who you can really trust. But most of all, Undead is about zombies. So bearing that in mind, I thought it was only right and proper that I put together a little eensy-weensy guide about what to do when they come after you, because they will. Traditionally, the city is the worst place to hide because more people equals more zombies. However, in my book Undead, the countryside proves to be equally hazardous. So here we are in the countryside. The first thing you've got to do, find somewhere to hole up. If you can't find a bus or a castle, then look for any building. Greenhouse? Not so good. Chicken house? Promising. Farmhouse. Now you're talking. When you've found your idyllic farmhouse, the first thing to do is get inside. No, I mean it, get inside, and get inside quickly, because there's probably, definitely, something chasing you. Check for survivors. Check for undead. I wonder who lived here. I wonder if they're still here. Hello? Hello? Oh, it's me. Hello? 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 I've searched this place. There aren't any survivors, I'm afraid, but that means there aren't any undead either, so, you know, look on the bright side. Talking of looking, we need to look for some stuff to help us survive. It's important to keep moving. Search the cupboards for things to eat. You're going to need some things to eat. And search for weapons too. Yeah, that'll do. Search for anything that could help you as you move through the house. So like a high-powered torch. Like a radio. Walkman. What's that? Radio. Okay, yep, radio. And then you have to decide where to go. Upstairs or down into the spooky basement? Yeah, it's got to be upstairs, isn't it? So what do we do next? We find ourselves some zombie-proof threads. Now, this always puzzles me about zombie movies, for example, because they run around in the most ridiculous clothing and everybody knows that what you really need is some hardcore leather. Now, it's not everyone that has that kind of stuff in their wardrobe, and remember, we're in a farmhouse right now, so we need to just make the best of what we can find, and I think I've done that quite successfully, as you'll see. Wellington boots, pretty bite-proof, and some skin-tight denims, and a wax jacket. Wax jackets are actually really sort of bite-proof, so tie the hair back, obviously, because you don't want any grasping hands grabbing your ponytail or your long flowing locks, so get it all out of the way. So now we'll see the full result. Crap. I look like a farmer's wife. Now is the time to find a room in which to hide, and this is a really important one, so let's get to it. We need to find a room that has a window, because remember, we didn't want to go down into the cellar because we didn't want to get cornered, so the same still holds true. So a room with a window should be fairly easy, and a room with a lock on the door. Yes, that would be a really good idea. A room with a lock on the door, and also maybe a room that has some running water, because you don't know how long you're going to be there, so you want to have a bit of a water supply. The bathroom. We're golden. Once in the bathroom, I've barricaded the door. I've got everything out of my bag that I found that is going to help sustain me through the coming weeks. So we have got some food, binoculars, anything that you can find that will do as a weapon, anything at all. Something really heavy to throw at the approaching hordes. Yeah, and some things just kind of speak for themselves, don't they? Oh, and just make the place comfortable. Put some towels in the bath to make a little bed in there. And oh yeah, the other thing, very good to do, is just cover up the mirrors, because they always sneak up behind you, don't they, when you least expect it. So don't let that happen. Just cover all the mirrors with a sheet or a towel. It's fine. Started doing this one. There's some cupboards over here. I'll do those in a minute, and then we'll be ready. Be ready to welcome the hordes. Bring them on. Thought I saw something moving in the bushes. Oh, there's a rabbit. Okay. Yeah. Well, we're ready. We're waiting. I've tried signalling with my high-powered torch to see if anybody would come, but nobody's come yet. It's just the final few preparations, and then I think I'll bed down for the night. I mean, there's nothing much more to do, is there? Yeah, it'll be fine. Just a few more things to put away, and then everything in its place for when something happens. So I've got my radio, that is my Walkman right there, and I've also got my high-powered torch, and I'm going to put both of them in this cupboard close at hand, so in an emergency I can put my hands on them straight away.
We live on a mountain, right at the top, this beautiful view from the top of the mountain.